A federal judge in D.C. has temporarily blocked the Trump administration from enforcing a ban on transgender people serving in the United States military. In the ruling, U.S. District Judge Anna Reyes wrote, "In the self-evident truth that all people are created equal, all means all, nothing more, and certainly nothing less." I want to bring in CBS News senior national security correspondent Charlie D'Agata. So, Charlie, that was in response to a lawsuit filed by 6 service members. Remind us again what this case is and how it impacts people.
Yeah, so Vlad, first of all, it was brought up, as you said, by 6 service members, but it affects maybe 10 to 15,000 active duty and reserve personnel. I say around that because it's hard to get a clear number. There isn't a classification where transgender individuals can identify on enlistment. It's just male and female. So that number is based on a UCLA study and advocacy groups. But those advocacy groups and trans individuals we spoke to said, you know, it's not about the numbers, which of course is just a fraction of active duty forces and not about their own human rights. But you know, on a practical level, it's the training and service these individuals have given and the sheer cost of the training, which far outweighs the cost of medical treatment they may need in their transition process. That's their argument. Like, for example, this is a story we're doing. In a 2017 analysis, found discharging transgender troops would cost nearly $1 billion, $960 million, which is far more than the roughly $52 million the Pentagon spent over the last decade on transition-related health care. So we interviewed a couple of transgender individuals in San Diego for a story that should air tonight. One of them had already gone through transition before enlisting. He says he's going to fight. He's going to continue fighting. The other, who had 12 years of service, intended to finish a military career and retire. That individual is a nuclear technician with 500 people under their command, raising a young family. It's been a roller coaster for them because the original Trump administration, or the last Trump administration, had put a ban on transgender troops. The Biden administration reversed that order, and here they are again. Thousands of individuals who want to serve their country, who are once again facing an uncertain future.
All right, let me ask you about this, Charlie. There are major cuts expected in the civilian workforce at the Pentagon. What are you hearing about that?
Yeah, so we got clarification on that yesterday. We had a background briefing. We learned that roughly 50 to 60,000 civilian jobs are to be cut by the Department of Defense, according to senior defense officials we spoke to. Now, that number would not be achieved. Essentially, what they're trying to aim to do is by not replacing roughly 6,000 people who routinely leave every month. Remember, we're talking about a massive workforce here, right? Although fewer than 21,000 workers who took voluntary resignation plan to leave in the coming months. So in the short term, they're going to do it through like a hiring freeze, through resignations, and in some cases, firing of probationary workers would help reach those numbers too, although at the moment that's been put on hold for all kinds of legal reasons, mostly the fact that each of those cases must be properly reviewed, and that in itself is obviously going to be a mammoth task. It was announced that the department would cut between 5 to 8% of the workforce of more than 900,000, but a slew of court cases forced the Trump administration to kind of put a halt to that. So again, trying to incentivize thousands of civilian workforce to leave on their own free will.
Fascinating. Charlie D'Agata for us at the Pentagon. Charlie, thank you.
Thanks, Vlad.